Anthony Luna. Mr. Luna, I call you the king of the internet because you literally are. Okay, you're a very popular guy. And you post some really good stuff. So keep the chat coming, guys. We'll try to get to it. We are going to stay focused. We have the King of the Hill match coming. Paul Tayloe, Stu Fox. Winner is the King of the Hill. Loser goes on to the loser side of the bracket, and they both are guaranteed a second to third match. And I'm not going to lie, I've been around here today. Stu Fox is in this to win this. He wants to win this. This is a very important thing, and you will see a lot of outpour of emotion from him if he wins this. So I believe Tony Johnson went on to beat Steve Cook. He will also take the podium. He'll play Adrian Westergren on probably machine number 2. I hope they wait because I really want to call that match, but either way. So I'll wait till Marc gets back. We're going to get a little bit of Marc's take on this, and we're in the first hole. Attacking the hole, 10 feet out. Good shot from Paul Tayloe. Very solid shot. Unwavered Stu Fox is today. Last best finish, I believe, was at a TOC, third place. I can't remember. I think it was about 3 years ago. Mr. Luna, you could probably help with that. Both take birdie, move on to the second hole. Hey, Luke. What's up, buddy? Who bought Paul Tayloe in the Calcutta? He was the first big blind. I want to say it was either Puff or Brett Hertz. Marc Tate comes back and joins the booth here.
Hey, Chris. Thank you. I take a quick break.
Yeah, good to have you back. We're in the second hole. Nothing really crazy happening. Both about 10 feet out for the first shot.
This is your favorite course. 5-wood heaven.
5-wood heaven. There are a lot of high fives. It is all over the place. All right, we are high-fiving.
Interesting. You know, IT is so creative with this kind of course. I mean, we never know what you're going to get.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is the, what Seth Standiford says, if we didn't have tees on this, this would be a hella hard hole to play, or hella hard course to play. So it's, you know, you're hitting on top of cliffs, you're hitting over things, a lot of things. Different way of looking at the game, but it's also very scoreable. So if you're looking at this, your 180 needs to be pure. Okay. Yeah. All right, because you're having to hit on top of cliffs.
Hey, have you run into unplayable lies on this course?
I have not yet. Have you?
No.
No.
Remember Mayfield 16?
I do.
Remember if you hit the fringe in some cases? Or even in the middle of the green?
No, the middle of the fairway. The middle of the green, middle of the fairway. That was a glitch I don't think ever got fixed, Marc. And fortunately, I never ran into that. I know a couple guys like Ryan Sparks. How about a hole in one? Cold-blooded from Stu Fox.
Stu Fox is playing well.
Very, very well today. Got to keep himself in check right now. That's very high right there early in the match.
Steve Sobel. He is a great guy. What do you need? Right there on the very front.
He was Facebook Living us.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I guess so.
No, on the very front. Blue. They're blue.
One of the great things about this tournament, Marc, is you're going home with something.
Absolutely.
Whether it be just a little bit of swag from a lot of the sponsors of this tournament or the people that bring in the beer companies that bring in this stuff, you're going to walk away with something. And that's, after having a free lunch on Saturday and Sunday, and we'll talk more about that here in a little bit, you come and you have prizes to have, and you're coming home with something. So it's something very hospitable, this NIV is. So you notice hitting to the top of the cliff with a 3-wood. And once again, I say all the time, this is fortunate because it's at a front box. So you can hit 5-wood, you can hit 3-wood, and most of the time we're going to get up there. 4-wood as well. So both of them will appear to have 4 to 5 wood in. So they'll get a little bit of spin out of this, being able to hit into the hole. Wind's helping. So
yeah, I was going to ask you about that dirt. Does it play with the backspin or?
It does, especially from high up. It will play with a little bit of spin. You're going to see him come in hot. It's going to come back a little bit. Not a whole lot of spin, but it's there. With the wind helping is what's really stopping the spin. So
Tayloe's going to thumb you in there and let it roll to the hole.
Oh, I think that was a mishit from him. That has to be a mishit from him. That's not a shot he would normally play like that. So, but both had a putt. Both move on. Stu Fox still up 1 going into the 5th hole.
All right.
Clutch.
What's this 5th hole? Par 3?
It's the par 4, and you'll see another high 5 or a high 6 go over. You can, or you can see a cut shot, but this will be most likely a high 6 wood. If you 180, if you power a 6 wood at the wind helping like that, you can get almost 300 yards. So he's going to have to be a little careful here.
Yeah, Stu hits the ball extremely hard.
Yeah, that's if you hit a straight 180. And most people are looking at this. It's normally what you see with a 144 to 148 in the new icon that they have. He hits 143, so this is going to go really long, but he'll have himself a putt.
Wow, that's really long.
Mm-hmm. All playing a different. Remember the rule of thumb about the stouts: cut the wind in half. So instead of a 7 mile an hour, it's about a 3, and he's going to have a shorter shot. He hit 5 wood.
Okay.
Not a lot of movement in it. That's one of the things that the stouts do. He kind of takes down the curve, tough putt from a long way. So he'll drop a stroke, and they will tie now going into the 6th hole. That's one
Chris,
thing. Yes, sir.
Let me just jump in real quick and ask you about the balls. I mean, there are a lot of folks that ask about the ball technology, streaks and grabbers. Can you give folks a little sense of how the innovation of the ball and
what you see is I'll give you what a lot of good players are doing and I said this at the beginning of this tournament. If I have to go the streaks, I will go kicking and screaming. Okay, because I've never been a fan. I appreciate my distance, but I also appreciate my spin.
Yes.
And so the grabber and the razor has always been a great ball through the time that we've had them. What the stouts are doing now is it's taken a lot of the guesswork out of the hitting a golf shot in this game. All right, so I mean, where you would normally have a right 15 wind, now turns into a right 7.5 wind. For wind that you couldn't cut through normally, now it cuts a little bit more. Okay, it's a different ball to get used to. I'll give Tayloe credit to being probably the first that really got on the board and saw what this ball was doing. And
honestly, that shot meter, you don't even pay attention to it. It's there.
Yeah.
But again, I think the shot meter can help or hurt you.
Well, it depends on where you feel. If you already have a feel for the game, then you're not going to really change a whole lot based on that shot meter.
Right.
Okay. So for a lot of newer players, and this is a great icon to kind of have an idea of what they're hitting. I question its accuracy sometimes, but that's just me.
Yeah. Right.
And that's a lot of guys, especially Steph Stanford. I'll talk about him a lot. He hates that thing more than anything. So he's turned it off full time now. He doesn't want to look at it. It just throws him off. So and you're seeing some guys do that. But if you're already really good at this game, that meter's not going to mean a whole lot to you. Okay. So I mean, it's there.
Will it help a noob?
Absolutely. I believe if you want to see where you're hitting and how you're hitting it, then that's because I have guys at home at the great city of Greenville, South Carolina, that I have to plug. Where if you're hitting just your standard par 4 fairway green, all right, these guys, they have a problem where bringing the ball back and then their forward swing always goes to the left or goes to the right.
Yep.
All right. Me personally, I've had this for years. Okay. When it looks like I'm bringing the ball straight back, I bring a little bit to the left most of the time. Don't mean to. It's
just the way it is.
It's just the way it is. I could try to adjust it, but it's not like I have a problem with that. So,
hey, I'm a field player, so the meter actually helps me to think about my 180s. Mm-hmm. But here's the other thing I feel about the meter. Mm-hmm. I thought I was cutting the ball a lot better.
Yeah.
And I find that I'm undercutting it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I'm pulling back maybe a full C or a flat C.
Yeah.
But I'm actually in between B and C.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of that, and that adjusts based on your club you're using. All right, and I told you earlier.
Yeah,
six woods, 9 irons, not all created equal. Okay,
Yeah.
6 irons, not created equal. Okay, I mean there's different adjustments of that. You'll see a lot of players I wish I could find a player like a Marc Stenmark. Marc Stenmark, who plays fulls, incorporates them in his game. The way they look at it, if you click one to the right or one to the left, based on the wind, so you basically want to cut into the wind, and that's what a full is. All right, with a 6 wood, you're never going to overcut it, never. All right, and that's why you'll play a shot like that.
Short.
And that was not a pure 180, 122. But the best part about that sand, it sticks there, so you have yourself a chip.
Okay. Yeah, this is the Albatross hole.
Yes.
This is the one par 5 that I know of.
Yeah.
That is pretty drivable.
Also, you want to notice, I believe, Mr. Stu Fox is playing streaks and almost had it, little to the left.
Wow.
He'll now go down 1, assuming Paul Tayloe makes this putt.
All day.
Straight up, nothing to really think about.
Yeah, no, I love that hole. I love the design.
Mm-hmm.
You can go up top with a high T8 wood, right? If you don't want to drive the green, you can go up top.
Yep.
If you slam a high T5 wood, you can get there. In some cases, you can hit a 4 wood.
Yeah, most people are going to try for the Albatross there, Super Albatross.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, the scoring is important, and always will be in Golden Tee. And if you feel like it's safe to go lay up, that's fine. But it's important that you try to make that hole. Because if you're short and you still ended like one of those the hill right in front of there, it normally will stay there, and you still have a chance at it. So
okay, that's great. That's great
I
to
love
know.
the fact that you said it just like that.
This is interesting. They brought like the
shot.
two-tier greens this year.
Yeah. We have them on a few courses. I think 3 of them actually.
Yeah, but Dubai was an interesting take last year.
Dubai, my most difficult course last year, Marc. Me and Dubai did not have a great relationship.
Rhineland was my difficult course. That window hole wore me out.
Very much. So the window hole I was fine with. That course, I had a lot of fun with that, especially when we changed tee boxes. All right. And then once we changed tee boxes, and I was really iffy on IT doing that this year.
Interesting hole here. You can drive down the fairway. I've seen some people go through the gap with a high tee driver.
Oh, and I fully believe that Stu Fox is at least going to have a look at this and try, because he's playing with the streaks right now. All right, so if he plays the streaks right now and he can get through there, no, he's going to cut around. If some guys like to go up there, if they can get it through that crack and get it up close, it gives yourself a chip.
Yeah.
And always, you'd always rather chip than rather hit one from 160 out.
Yeah, interesting there. I tried to go through with a high T 10.5. I wasn't sure, and it clanked off the left cliff.
Yeah.
Hit the right cliff and ended up on the top of the left cliff.
I saw that earlier in one of my matches. Actually, Brandon Robinson did that in one of my matches earlier today.
So it still gave me a shot.
Yeah, and we're still hitting off cliffs. So this will not a lot of spin happening with these.
Hold on.
Some business being taken care of right here from Mr. Tate.
5-6. Didn't have any part of it. Stephen Cook, DNF. He got 230 from the Calcutta. Yeah, I'm just paying you for Cook. I get
Some business happening right now. Marc Tate continuing to collect on Calcutta dollars.
Love it. I still have horses in there.
You didn't even realize you had Steve Cook. You had no idea. You just fall butt backwards into money. I mean, that is you, man. Nice little payday, a quarter of, right? You had a quarter of Steve Cook?
I did.
So he gets paid for that. Top 5, 6, and the winner of the purple get paid in the Calcutta here at the NIV. The 16th running at the NIV as we're at the 12th hole.
16th running, the longest, I believe this is the longest running
It is.
PEG tour.
Oh, they don't remember before that. When they were on the PEG tour, they just ran this themselves. So
this is fantastic. And I came down in the spring. I was co-champion in the spring tournament they had.
Oh, yeah?
You guys were at Worlds.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
And it was a lot of fun. We had, I think we had like...
What a shot.
24 guys.
Very close right there.
Okay.
So both of them will have putts for eagle.
That's the design hole?
That is the design hole. That is Lennon's Landing. You ever get a chance to meet Jeff Lennon?
I haven't. Lemonades, right?
Lemonades. One a good man. He has been around a long time, like I have. just try to
You
keep.
washed up? You said you've been around a long time. You washed up?
I'm in my 15th year now, and I made my first world championship at 20 years old. The youngest guy that has done it, the youngest guy will ever do it. I did it at 20 years old. Used to play Golden Tea in a pizza restaurant that I worked at my last 2 years of high school, my first year of college.
That's so awesome.
So, and that's where it all started for me. Met a guy named Chris Eversole that basically probably the reason why I still continue to play today is he had a conversation with me where I was just a young punk kid that didn't have a great attitude, and him, Stephen Sobey, had a conversation with me when we were at Worlds in 2004, and I'm not sure if I'm still playing without those two having that conversation with me. That's got to stop.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I met Chris Eversole here for the first time. I missed that guy. Full tilt.
We're epic tilt.
Epic tilt.
Epic tilt. And, this tournament is missing Chris Eversole. And,
I'm on full tilt.
Yeah, you're on full tilt. But this tournament is missing Chris Eversole. And I know he probably doesn't watch this stuff. But Steve still talks to him. I got to ask about him a little bit last night. Hope he starts. His health hasn't been great over the last couple of years, but he looks like he's starting to get to it. He's been doing a lot of fishing. So that's a good thing to hear Chris is doing well. As we're in here on the 14th hole, putt's still up 1. Paul Tayloe still up 1.
Still up 1. You can always drive down the fairway here. You can also, there are many different shots here, but a lot of people just go long.
Yeah, if you look at the where the tee box is right now, okay, that basically gives you a free pass to hit it out as far as you can into the fairway. Good looking out. I am so happy that Mr. King actually trained you to do this, because right now I would be a nothing burger. Right now, okay, an absolute nothing burger.
We just fixed it.
Yeah, we just fixed it.
Hey, we're doing it up here.
Yeah. Richard King.
Oh, Gravy Beast is my dude.
Who's Gravy Beast?
I don't know his real name, but he is always on the stream. What's his real name? Oh, yeah? Where's Gravy Beast located? Come on, Richard. Gravy, talk to us.
Is it Kansas City?
That name is so awesome.
Oh, he came to Worlds. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, he's in Cary.
Oh, Cary, North Carolina?
Yeah, Cary.
Cary, North Carolina. Okay,
Yeah,
it's just right outside of Raleigh. Yeah, just outside of Raleigh.
Yeah.
Important putt, Marc. Important putt, he missed it low. Missed it low.
No, he's in Oklahoma.
Corey. Is it Corey? No, Oklahoma. I'm sorry. He said Corey. Yeah, he corrected us, Oklahoma. He corrected us, Oklahoma, not North Carolina. Yeah, okay.
And we got Big Fudge.
Who is the Big Fudge? Come again for Big Fudge?
Great name.
Yeah.
I love all some of these YouTube names. Who? Those are yours.
No, these are his. Yeah.
Mine are in my pocket.
I have no idea.
Yeah, those are high dollar.
Yeah, those are high-end Oakleys. So, unless it's one of the prizes that are on the table in front of us.
All right, let's get back to the match. This is a tough hole.
Yeah,
Tell me
tough
about
hole. It's basically for the best part about this is he could play a full in and really have a shot at this. An 8-iron, so he needs to be really close. Doesn't hit the rock, it's going to bounce up and it's going to have a nice little soft landing. So he needs some stuff to happen. Paul Tayloe. I was making bold predictions last night. I said Paul Tayloe wasn't going to win this tournament.
Hey, our guy Kens, man.
Greg Kensler.
He's awesome.
A legend in and of himself. Great to see you watching. Great to see you playing along with us.
Hey, we wish your family well, Greg.
Let me tell you something. The king of good-looking children. You may be number 1, but Craig Kinsler's number 2. Okay,
I do. His kids are cute.
When Brady was first born, he used to post them on Facebook, and I used to like, my goodness.
Brady's doing podcasts already.
Oh, is he really?
Oh, absolutely. That guy's a stud.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna be a technological fiend.
But no, Kens, we saw what happened over the weekend. Hey, we wish you the best.
No idea. Paul's saying hi to all kinds of people, so I don't even know. So, anyways,
Back to it.
Another hole where you drive on top of a cliff and basically have yourself a shot in.
Do you hit this naked, or do you actually put anything on it?
Depends on where the wind is.
And by the way, I mean naked in terms of golf, not
golf,
naked.
yeah.
I mean, that did sound pretty weird.
Yeah, if you had to think about it like that. But I mean, for me, spin doesn't come into play unless I want to roll it or backspin it. Basically, how it is. So, so excellent putt from Tayloe there. It was tough with the left hand. So he and another one for left hand. So Paul Tayloe up 2. Tough match because early Stu Fox had it with a hole-in-one. So this is a solid look for him. He will not have to think a lot, but if he wants to, he can lay up right now.
That's a really good pick.
Yeah, it is. So this would be the best shot to lay up right now. I mean, if I'm Tayloe, I'm not messing with it, even if I'm up 2. Just go ahead and hit it on out there. Find yourself a spot that you know you're not going to be in between clubs, and have at it. Did it earlier in one of my matches. So Stu's going to have a look at this, okay? And hole-in-one has to be on the mind right now.
Absolutely. With the 15 pushing right to left, though?
Yeah, and he's playing with the streaks, okay? So he's not going to have a lot of spin. If he's going to have any kind of shot at this, it's going to have to basically gradually come up and
hit the rough?
Yeah, hit the rough and then hit the green. He's going to have to guide it in.
Can you go over top of that mountain there?
No, you cannot.
I call it a very mountain, high. But it's a cliff.
No, yeah, it's a cliff, but it's the highest one on the course. Your 8-wood won't get over it, so he's definitely going to.
Can anything get on top of that?
No. We'll see a high 9-wood if anybody wants to try it. So shots away. The wind's going to come back a little bit and did what he was supposed to do right there.
Wow.
It did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Great shot.
It was going to be a hard task to actually stick that green. Maybe that pin's a little further onto the green than I thought it was, but still did what he's supposed to do. All he can do. Paul Tayloe will move on to be the king of the hill for the 3rd consecutive year here at the NIV. So Stu Fox will play the winner of Adrian Westergren and Tony Johnson. I'm guessing that one over there doesn't work. Machine 2 is not working right now with the camera?
I don't know how to flip it.
Oh, okay. I need Richard over here then. Richard will be here until Monday or Tuesday, and then he is, I think, making a quick stop home, and then he's to Kansas City next week. Or no, I'm sorry, not Kansas City. They've changed locations now.
TOC next weekend?
Yeah, TOC's next weekend.
What is the TOC? I don't even know what that is.
It is part of a group, and I always have a hard time explaining what the group is, but Club Lucky, who is basically an event rope. Or an event show, basically. They take a portion of all games that falls under the Club Lucky brand, and they put it to fund their big championships and also the prizes for every month. So
interesting.
Yeah. I don't remember the whole economics about it, and it's nothing I really want to get into because I don't know a whole lot about it. But that's what they do. They put on events, they put on shows as far as for Buck Hunter, for Golden Tee. And so the Club Lucky Tournament of Champions next week. I believe you have to play 250 games on a tournament or on a Club Lucky machine in order to qualify.
Okay.
They'll have a doubles tournament that has a very high payout. And this is probably the second biggest tournament the big players will play in this year that are going. Evan Gossett will be there.
Who's that guy?
I haven't heard of him before.
That guy is terrible.
He had to talk a little junk to me earlier because I finally put a headset on after I lost my match. And he goes, Gino, shouldn't you still be playing? And I'm like, all right. I take a little small jab at him on the internet every now and then just because he's my boy.
He's got a great shoot game, too.
Yeah, his shoot game is on point. He is Mr. Phil Knight. He is Mr. Phil Knight.
So, yeah, we're going to set up for...
I'd like to know what's going on with that match a little bit, and I want to see if somebody can...
Let me see. I'm going to turn myself down. I'll go find out.
All right, we're going to go find out a little bit real quick, and I'll keep it going. We're going to talk... when Marc gets back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the tournament schedule coming up in the next month. So.
Why do you even come to these tournaments?
Take your money.